Comedian Bill Maher tricked Senator Adam Schiff into criticizing former President Barack Obama.
During a recent episode of Real Time with Bill Maher, the host used a blind quote regarding presidential war powers, saying, quote, "The president had the constitutional authority to direct the use of military force because he could reasonably determine that such use of force was in the national interest."
Maher asked Schiff if he found the language too vague. Schiff immediately agreed, saying it was totally vague, presumably thinking it originated from the Trump administration concerning ongoing operations in Iran.
Maher then revealed that the quote was actually a 2011 justification from the Obama administration regarding military intervention in Libya. Schiff then praised Obama's foreign policy, noting that Obama sought and did not get congressional approval in 2013 for military strikes against Syria.
During Overtime with Bill Maher on Friday, the host was joined by Senator Adam Schiff, also Don Lemon, and Annabelle Gurwitch. Maher asked the group what they thought of new DHS Secretary Mark Wayne Mullins. This was their response.
Well, he's the one who said it was a war. He said, we're in a war right now, blah, 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 blah. And then 10 seconds later, a reporter asks him about war, and he goes, we're not in a war. The president hasn't declared war. And they said, you just said 10 seconds ago. And then he said, that was a misspoke.
Will he be better than Kristi Noem? I think you'd want to ask his dog that question. I'm guessing the dog would say, yes, he's got to be an improvement.
So, gotcha.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, this is a perfectly valid reminder, in my view, that Donald Trump did not suddenly and out of nowhere the first to gobble new powers for the executive branch to engage in military operations. This goalpost has been shifted by every president in my lifetime, including constitutional scholar Barack Obama, who similarly campaigned on, I don't know explicitly no new wars, but was presumed to be an anti-interventionist of some kind. The Libya intervention, a huge mistake, in my view. We did not vote for war in Libya, and our intervention caused the downfall of the Gaddafi regime and the elevation of ISIS. This is an escalation, certainly, what Trump is doing now, but it's been, both parties have done this, and it's a shame that Congress has not wanted to exercise its own powers. I mean, our system is designed to prevent the office of the presidency from taking too much power from Congress, that Congress would have a mechanism to fight back, but they just didn't predict this party system whereby if they're controlled by the same party, Congress would have no interest in exercising restraint. And even the Democrats have very little interest in exercising like ideological restraint over the office of the presidency, because they want to use those powers when they have a Democratic president in the White House. Ro Khanna and Thomas Massie on this front doing something I agree with. They tried to get a vote, a very strong authorization vote. Democrats didn't want to do it either.
Yeah.
It's a shame, but well, anyway.
Yeah. No.
Sad.
Yeah.
Big sad.
In relation to Libya, I mean, we'll get on to the war powers thing in a second, but I do think that the Libya example is kind of salutary in the situation we're in at the moment, because Muammar Gaddafi, I mean, people can look through that record, which was a pretty bleak record, including the bombing of the Pan Am flight over Lockerbie, etc. He then is removed, and it leads to absolute chaos and bloodshed, and sectarian fighting, factional fighting, and just a fairly catastrophic situation. It's very easy to see the parallels there and where we are now. Briefly on the war powers thing and Schiff being kind of snookered in that way, I've no objection to him being snookered in that way, because I share your distaste for the way over decades, actually, the power to make war has been sort of taken on by presidents in ways that are often rather disingenuous.
We should have gathered that this was not going to be a no new wars presidency when they changed the name of the department to the Department of War. Yeah. That was the first hint.
And now it's like, oh no, we're not at war, says the Secretary of War.
We're not at war. It's not regime change. It's
double
absurd.
speak, really. It's
getting absurd.
Very Orwellian.
And maybe they would get support for it if they tried to justify it to the American people, but they haven't even tried.
No, not
at
all.
So we don't know what they're doing. That does it for us today on Rising Live. Thanks so much for tuning in. Look out for more exclusive YouTube content coming your way later today, and you can be sure to like, share, and subscribe to the Hills YouTube channel so that you never miss any content. And for those of you who like to listen while on the go, we're also available anywhere you can listen to podcasts. I'll be back here tomorrow. I'll see you then.